little pauses to me, man, that shit sounds so incredible to me. I want to get back to the song. This shit is nasty.
I'm gonna start this back from
Nasty.
the beginning. Charismatic frontman can do a lot.
Yeah, boy.
Can do a lot for a band. They can make a band and kill a band.
Nasty though.
That
is
no
nasty.
wrong to me.
That is nasty.
The riffs and my man Peter Steele's voice.
Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, guys. So, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And it's never mind. Keep it going, George. just keep it going. Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, man.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
Yeah, we're saying, guys, how you living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody out there rocking with the channel.
As always, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of good stuff, man. If you're an artist and you want us to react to one of your songs, make sure you check out the link in the description. We could definitely get you hooked up on that. Or you could do 60 seconds at the beginning of one of our up-and-coming videos. You know, that's an option as well. Information will be down below. We can get that hooked up for you. All right, man. So Pearl Jam, man. What we doing? Go. Go. That's it.
That's it.
Let's go.
Nice and easy.
Let's get it.
Not decapitated youth, nothing like that. Just
Yeah,
go.
I know.
Actually, we're in a grunge. It's softened up with grunge and all this other stuff. But yeah, man. Shout out to Gene 696969. Hey, what's going on? What's going on with you there, Gene? Gene 6969. Anyway, shout out to Gene. No, Gene was on our top reaction request. She was in our top reaction request thread, and she for those of you who don't know, that's our thread where if you just wanna join that thread, you give us your #1 reaction that you want us to do, you would put it in that thread. And we have a couple questions in there that we ask you, and the first question is, why did you choose this song? And she said, one of my best friends wrote the music to this song and plays drums on it. He was PJ's drummer from 91 to 94. It's my favorite PJ song and quite a banger. I've been a Patreon member of LIV for years, and I really want to see the reaction. And we appreciate you, holding us down for all these years as well, Gene. And based on previous reactions, how do you think George and Ryan will react to your request? I think they will like it. They reacted to Animal from the same album. I remember that. And what is it? I want to be an animal. Something like that. I think it was what that was. From the same album, VS, Verses, I guess. And we're wondering if the rest of the album rocked out that hard. So Go is the opening track. And Go is the opening track and starts the face melting off with a bang. Okay. So let's get to it, man. Pearl Jam. Y'all know our history with Pearl Jam on the channel, man. I think overall, we have thoroughly enjoyed Pearl Jam. So let's get to it. Pearl Jam. Go. Little bass in there. Unique?
Yeah.
I've never heard Pearl Jam get into this bag at all. A little bass in the background. You know, a lot of interesting choice. Kind of a funky beat.
Yeah.
Actually, I would call this a beat.
Yeah, it is.
Let's keep it going. The shift for Pearl Jam, man. You know, from that 10 album, I don't know. I guess the 10 album is really the album that I know that is like one of the greatest albums ever to a lot of people, especially definitely a defining album of that early 90s alternative scene for sure. Definitely the sort of like, I'm gonna say it, the grunge scene. Is a major album in general throughout that time. This is definitely a lot different from some of those songs that we did. I remember the Alive song. What is
That's
it?
a good song.
I feel alive. Right? That Black, I want to say Black was different. What was the other song? This is just very, very different from that. You know what I'm saying? Like they just, it's kind of a funky rock kind of thing going on there, man. And I think instrumentally they are playing well, and I think they actually were really creative with this. It sounds creative to me.
It's very creative. I'm just kind of taking it in right now. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I'm just kind of taking it in to kind of see where it goes, and then I'm a reserve judgment till the end.
Yeah, and I don't know. I gotta listen to Animal again to remember how Eddie approached that. But I don't know if I've ever heard Eddie at this tempo sing. You know what I mean? In terms of how he's singing it, he's like, "One pad on something." Never acted up before. The way the pacing is fast because it has to be, right? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the groove is requiring. It seems like. So, yeah, man, very creative though. Let's keep it going.
Once passing survival, naked moving on so swiftly with Stacy's arm. I pulled the covers overhead, should have pulled the alarm. Turn to my nemesis, a full-on fucking guy. No! Time. Surge. Please don't go on me. Don't go on me. Don't go on me. Don't go on me.
They're playing though, and it does rock. I can hear how it rocks. I can see how that one when you said face melting, Gene, I could see how that, because that does rock. I think it technically rocks, and I can hear and I can feel the energy. And to be honest with you, I thought it was interesting hearing Eddie just in this style. I think he rode the beat. It was interesting hearing his voice style with this kind of beat though. You know what I'm saying? Because it just feels like it's not meant for it. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know. It just feels like his shit is meant for a softer, not softer, but a slow pace and grunge-like slow pace. Yeah. I don't want to say grunge-like because grunge comes in different forms, but you guys get what I'm saying. So, very good playing in this. I thought instrumentally they played their ass off, to be honest with you. I thought the bass was really nice, the way and how they put the bass together. I don't think that this sounded bad. I just don't know if it's stylistically something that I would want to hear again. You know what I'm saying? But I do think I can understand how this is like a banger to people. Like, yo, this is a banger. Like, no, I get it. This lot of energy, good playing. I think Eddie, in terms of the fast pace, I think even with what did he say? Don't go on me, right? I could see how that chorus would be energizing to people. What is he even talking about? I got when Ryan kind of gives his conclusion, maybe I'll look into the lyrics. But yeah, I get how you could say that this was like a banger that kind of gets the crowd going and all that other stuff. Not necessarily for me, but I appreciated that request though. Shout out to Gene.
As this song was playing again, I was kind of taking it in, just wanted to kind of form my thoughts as I was listening to it and really give it a fair shot, man. And I think for me, man, this sounds like an album track and I think what I mean by that, I think this is a song that if you love Pearl Jam, you're going to give this song a pass and you're going to like it because you love Pearl Jam, And I was trying to think of a good analogy for that, because there's some bands or some artists that I just love that I'll just give a pass to, even if it's not a song that I'm in love with. And I'm not saying that that's you, Gene. Maybe you do love this song, and maybe this is one of your favorite songs ever. But if I was a betting man, I don't think that you, if you're being honest, I don't think this is one of your favorite songs ever from Pearl Jam. I think you fuck with Pearl Jam. And I think Pearl Jam is just one of your favorite bands, and you knew them personally. I think you're gonna give them a pass, and anything that they make that's done well, because this is still a song that's executed well, you're just gonna like. You know what I mean? And there's some artists that have that for me, like Too Short. You know what I mean? There's a lot of songs from Too Short that I just fuck with. You know what I mean? Because I like Too Short and I like his music. And if I'm being honest with myself, there's some album cuts that I'm like, nah, that's not really a song that's gonna be out of here, but I'm gonna like it because I fuck with Too Short. You know what I mean? So I think that that's what it sounds like to me, because there's other songs from Pearl Jam that I love, like Alive. I love that song, but this is not that. You know what I mean? And I think Eugene will be like, yeah, this is just not that. This is a total different sound. This is a total different structure of a song. So it's that you can't even really kind of compare the two. But you do understand, I think we would all understand that this is a song that probably is not going to be as commercial. You know what I mean? This is a different sound for them. This is a different execution style. And this is going to bring out something different in them. And in that, I appreciate that. I think it was a very creative way of approaching it, because it did have kind of a funky, George talked about that. It was very funky. The bass line in this, the drums in this was very funky. And they kind of built on that and kind of added the guitar and made it a lot more aggressive, you know what I mean, sounding. So I think that was very creative, and I don't think it sounded bad, but it's just, for those reasons, I think it's just not my favorite from them, you know, and I don't know if I would kind of go back to that. I'm going to force myself to listen to it again, because again, it could kind of grow on me. But I think if you are a big Pearl Jam fan, I just think you're going to give songs like this a pass, because they're playing well. Even though it's not maybe your favorite, you're still going to give that a pass because you like it. You like them, and it's still executed well. Even if it's not your favorite song from them, you're still going to give them a pass and be like, yeah, because I fuck with them. Just like I do with Too Short. I'm going to fuck with him and give him a pass on certain shit. Even if I know it's not the most accessible song or whatever the case may be, or biggest song, I fuck with him. So that's kind of what I feel about that. I could be totally wrong, Gene. This might be like the best shit ever to you, and you think that, you know, so I could be totally wrong, but that's...
And sometimes the album cuts, oftentimes, the album cuts is the best shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But in terms of what the casual listener, because I think that's what you were getting around to, Ryan, the casual listener would think, not always, but in terms of the people who are like locked into the band, sometimes those are the best joints. I want to revisit Animal, because I know you had said in here that this one rocks just as hard as Animal. So we're going to be comparing a track that has the intensity, right? Same level of intensity. Because I remember us kind of liking this one. Let me go back to as fast pace, I want to say,
right.
And but I do feel like in this I feel like this album versus the songs that we've heard from the 10 album, right? Because if you think of Alive, if you think of Black, if you think of there's a couple songs. Let me look up the songs that we've done. It seems like they were going for a harder rock feel. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why you made the comparison, because they was just almost face melting, like fast, a slightly upper tempo. Again, this song isn't as fast paced as what we just heard with Go, because they went. You know what I'm saying?
They were going.
They went. You know what I'm saying? We're Go. But I do think that this is a harder rock song with a faster pace in general, in comparison to what I believe we've heard from Pearl Jam. You know what I mean? So I just kind of wanted to make that comparison. I think the pacing is a little bit slowed down, and there was some breaks there. I felt like Go just felt like a kind of a, not a lot like a metal song can be a lot, but I just felt like, I guess, a lot in comparison to what we've grown accustomed to from Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam, you know, is smoother, acoustic, like.
And his vocals were slowed down in this, even though if it was more
Yep.
upper tempo and it was more aggressive. It didn't seem like he was. It almost seemed like, and do I dare to say he was struggling to stay on? You know what I mean? Maybe struggling is a bad word, but I do think
It was different.
it was more. He had to be more attentive to stay on tempo and go than this. This sounded like this was in his bag. Very, very nonchalant in the way he was singing and approaching Animal as opposed to Go. Go seemed like, okay, I need to focus on being right with the tempo.
I just
in
would
my
like to
opinion.
hear him on this. That's where I'm at. I would like to hear him more on slower tempo. I think my brain is telling me I like him on slower tempos.
Yeah.
Like, let's go back. Let me see what we did here from what I remember, right? Yeah, when I think about Jeremy, you know what I mean, that to me is not pacing wise. That's not really a hard rock song. Alive, not really a hard rock song. Black is more of a ballad. You know what I mean? And I think I just prefer those slow soaring vocals in the choruses. I feel alive. You know what I'm saying? I just like that style from him. But I do think that he, you know, I think he pulled it off. I don't know if I like it for him, but I do think he pulled it off in that it is structurally there. You know what I'm saying? And he did take some chances with how he approached it vocally. So look, I respect it, man. I don't think that sounded bad at all.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's for me, but I understand how someone can listen to that and be like, this shit bangs. Because I get it does bang. It's got a funky beat, driving groove. It is balls to the wall as far as hard rock is concerned. I get that. You know what I mean? So I think that was a good choice. Yeah, good taste.
Yeah, man.
For a different side of Pearl Jam. I know we kind of somewhat dug into that side with Animal, but I think that this was a notch up in terms of intensity. So it was good to hear that, man. Shout out to Gene for that request. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. And give us more Pearl Jam if you guys, want us to do more. We'll probably get back to them anyway, even if you don't request Pearl Jam. We're going to get back to Pearl Jam. But that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you guys check us out on Patreon. Join our Patreon, then you can connect that to our Discord. That way you can be involved with our community. You can get involved with the voting process and just the request and all that good stuff. The information for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas. We out.